That wasn't quite the MVP showdown I was hoping for. A bit of an ugly game between the Fever and the Aces. Another win for the Aces over the Fever this season. The one team that Indiana has not been able to beat. That is something they get another chance to climb on Friday, a hill they get a chance to climb. First of all, congratulations to Asia Wilson. She becomes the top scorer all time in WNBA history when it comes to points in a single season in this one. Funny enough, the Aces write bam. There it is. I think that was done on purpose as Asia Wilson gets the bucket to give her the most points in a single season ever. Here with Aaliyah Boston on her. And she gets to her money area, that mid-range shot. That's really what makes Asia Wilson special. To me, that's what separates her, is her ability to score at an elite and efficient level from the mid-range. And she had some good buckets in the fourth quarter. She didn't really shoot the ball all that great in this one. Caitlin Clark certainly did not shoot the ball great in this one. She just did not have her three-point shot. She's really had it going since the Olympic break. She just didn't have it going in this one for whatever reason. Only 1 of 10 from 3. That's a big difference in the game. Another difference in the game was the first half. Some of the rotation decisions that Christy Sides made. I mean, Christy Wallace was in the game. We hadn't seen her in a minute. She's in, and she shoots an air ball off of a nice pass, a nice feed from Caitlin Clark here. Wide open. Doesn't hit anything. And Wallace played hard, mind you. Played hard defensively. And Katie Lou Samuelson, you see her. She was in there too. She's offering nothing, absolutely nothing from Katie Lou Samuelson. No, playing with no confidence, offers nothing defensively, and if she's not shooting, just offers nothing, period. I will give Sides a little bit of the benefit of the doubt here. That made no sense in a winning the game standpoint, but perhaps it made a semblance of sense to try to get these players some reps, some confidence going into the playoffs, because since the Fever clinched, the results of the games are not quite as important as they once were. And maybe that was Sides' thinking there. Let's say Lexi Hull gets in foul trouble in the playoffs. Who do they have that's a similar body type? Maybe that's why she's trying to get Wallace some burn. Same thing for Katie Lou Samuelson. They got a lot of big players they need to guard. Maybe she wants to see what her shooting looks like. They've been searching at that 4 spot. Nalissa Smith, again, she just frustrates me. Every time she gets the ball, I expect her to lose it or maybe make a weird, decision with the basketball. She was okay in this one. She played hard in this one, but that's really been the spot that has been missing for the team. And then there was the whistle. The Fever have a reason to be frustrated with the whistle in recent games, specifically in this game. The Aces get a really nice whistle. It put Aaliyah Boston in foul trouble, like on this play right here. You see Asia with trying to battle for position, and then the spin, no contact there, and she gets the whistle. And Aaliyah Boston got into foul trouble as a result of some of those phantom calls, which obviously hurt the Fever, even though it was Becky Hammond who was the one who was losing her mind about all of this and throwing, going through hysterics on the sideline for the Aces. Becky Hammond, the coach of the Aces, was the one carrying on in this game. So I don't know, she was doing all this trying to get a technical. There was one good, or she did get a technical, I'm sorry. There was one good Caitlin Clark play in this, more than one good Caitlin Clark play, but one specifically, I think, noteworthy Caitlin Clark play. I think it's noteworthy for the playoffs when she takes these tough buckets in the in-between game with defense on her and forces the shot up with the N1, makes it there. But she couldn't throw the ball into the ocean tonight from beyond the arc, which happens, right? I mean, you look at it and you just look at the shooting. Asia was 11 of 28 from the floor. She took 28 shots to get 27 points. I think if you're the Fever, you'll live with that most every night. The problem is when Caitlin Clark is 6 of 22 and 1 of 10 from the floor and needs 22 shots to get 16 points. That rarely happens for Clark. Aaliyah Boston only 6 points on 3 of 10 shooting. You get that combination with the foul trouble on Boston, you're just not going to win many games if you're the Indiana Fever. This is a team that needs Clark, Boston, Mitchell every single time. Full stop. Every single time to be all-stars, to produce at all-star level. And they didn't get it in this one. It's all right. You move on. I mean, they're basically close to locked into their playoff spot. They're maybe able, they may have a possibility, I guess. They could move down behind the Mercury. But if I had to guess, the Fever are going to finish in the 6th spot in this one. And a lot of the story around this game may actually turn up to be what was said before the game. You have Caitlin Clark asked questions all the time because of her celebrity status. And one of the questions she was asked before the game, I did a video on this earlier, but one of them was about, her like of a Taylor Swift Instagram post. If anybody didn't see that, this is what Caitlin said before the game in regards to that specific topic.
One second here. Caitlin, you liked an Instagram post last night from Taylor Swift that got a lot of attention. And I'm just curious if you could tell us what that post meant to you, and if you are in fact potentially going to endorse Kamala Harris. Thank you.
I think for myself is, I have this amazing platform. So I think the biggest thing would be just encourage people to register to vote. I think for myself, this is the second time I can vote in an election. At age 22, I could vote when I was 18. So I think do that. That's the biggest thing I can do with the platform that I have. And that's the same thing Taylor did. And I think continue to educate yourself with the candidates that we have, the policies that they're supporting. I think that's the biggest thing you can do. And that's what I would recommend to every single person that has that opportunity in our country.
Caitlin has handled everything that's been thrown at her this season very well, including that. I think most people will be happy with that answer. She'll handle the struggles in this game well. There's no doubt about it. Bounce back. The good thing for the Fever is they get another chance against the Aces on Friday. Another good thing for the Fever is they played, for the most part, well enough defensively in this game. A little frustrated with the fouls. I'm a little frustrated sometimes with their closeouts on three-point shooters. But overall, the result of this one, it's hard to get too carried away because the result of this one is not actually of tremendous import. The process is more important. And I think for all of us who have seen Caitlin Clark and the Fever play of late, we know they can play a lot better and a lot sharper than they did against the Aces in this one.